Hi everyone, today I'm making my Christmas cake. I'm delighted to tell you that I'm going to make it as a 9x9 tray bake. I've had a good few people ask me if I do a Christmas tray bake recipe, so this one's for you. This recipe is based on my one pot Christmas cake, which is a boiled fruit cake made by my granny. My mum loved to make it and I love to follow the tradition and do it too. I've made this recipe as an 8-inch round cake. I've shared it with you, and I've also shared my 2-pound loaf cake version too, and you've all loved it. Got really good feedback on it. So for this recipe I've had to adjust the measurements because the tin is 9x9, so I hope you all try it out. So to get started, just get yourself a large saucepan and into it add in 300 grams of butter. Butter, it's important to use butter. Butter is much nicer in a Christmas cake than margarine. So into here I'm going to add in dark brown sugar, 300 grams. Now for the fruit, lots of dried fruit. I'm starting with Sultanas, 450 grams. I like to use mixed fruit in this. Mixed fruit is just a mix of raisins, currants, sultanas and some mixed peel. So I've got 450 grams here. So if you can't get mixed fruit, just use a mix of raisins, currants and sultanas and add in a little bit of mixed peel and bring it up to this amount, which is 450 grams. I've got some Glacé cherries here, 125 grams. I always like to wash them and dry them, and I cut them into halves and quarters. So get them in there. I've got the juice of 1.5 medium oranges or 1 large orange. And I'm also going to include the zest of 1.5 medium oranges too. And my last ingredient is whiskey. You can use whiskey or brandy, and I've got 125 mils here. Give that a mix together. Great, I'm going to get this onto some heat now. Get it onto a medium heat. We're going to bring it to the boil and then simmer it for about 10 minutes until the butter is fully melted. Great, my fruit mixture has cooled down completely now, so we can continue with the recipe and add all our other ingredients. It's very important that the fruit is cool because we're going to add some raw eggs to it. So I've got 5 medium eggs here. I'm just going to beat these a little and then I'm going to add them. And get them in there. Next I've got ground almonds, 125 grams. If you don't want to add ground almonds, just add the same amount of flour. And I've got 125 grams of chopped almonds. You could use hazelnuts either. And if you want to leave out the nuts, you can do that. Just add some extra dried fruit. Got 300 grams of plain flour. And 1.5 teaspoons of mixed spice. Lovely, and we're going to mix all this together now. Give it a good old mix. Great, I'm happy with that now. I'm going to set this to one side. Grab my tin. This is my 9x9 tin. It's the one I do my tray bakes in. I've double lined it with greaseproof paper on the inside and I've put some brown paper on the outside. I do have a very short tutorial on how to line your Christmas cake tin, so I'll pop a link to that in the comments down below so you can check it out. All right, now I'm going to get my mixture into the tin. Scrape every last bit of the mixture out and get it in there. Okay, spread the mixture right out to the edges. Make sure it's nice and level. This is ready for the oven now. It's going to take about 3 hours. Check it 2.5 hours and see how it is. Put a skewer into it, and if anything comes out on it, you're going to need to leave it for a little bit longer. If you feel like the cake is getting a little bit too brown, it shouldn't do, then covered with a little piece of greaseproof paper. My mum always recommended that a Christmas cake is better baked low and slow, so that's what I'm going to do today. So let's get it into the oven. Here we have it. My Christmas cake is fully baked, it smells wonderful, and it just took 3 hours. You can see it's a nice golden colour. I'm going to remove the paper from around the tin so you get a better look. Just look at that. It's still very hot, and I'm going to give it its first feed when it's hot. So what I do is I get a skewer and I'll just prick it all over, go right down to the bottom. And I'm going to feed it now with some Irish whiskey, about 2 tablespoons. Don't feel under pressure to feed your cake every week. If you want to do it every week, you can. If you want to do it every 10 days, or if you just want to give it one feed and put it away until closer to Christmas, it'll be perfect too. I'm going to let the whiskey absorb into it now, and I want it to cool down completely. Then I'm going to take it out of the tin, wrap it in some greaseproof paper and in some tin foil, and I'll place it somewhere cool in the house. That's my Christmas tray bake recipe. Give it a go, make it and enjoy feeding it over the next few weeks. You're going to love this Christmas cake. I've had so much good feedback on this recipe. I'll have my next video for decorating the Christmas cake out for you at the beginning of December, ready for you to be able to decorate your own the week before Christmas. All right, everyone, thanks again. Don't forget to like, comment and share. See you all soon. Happy baking, everyone.